Yeah, I could not be more excited today. My voice is a little hoarse. I'm sounding like Barry White, but we're excited. I'm here with one of my new favorite people, Day Marlon Sisney. How are you, Day Marlon?
Hello, Dr. Tracy. I'm doing well, doing well. Glad to be here and excited for what's upcoming with this event.
Right? So we try to produce timeless content. But when something's happening and it's right around the corner, we almost have to tell the story and use this platform to share. So, what's happening on June 22nd
My birthday.
is that's your birthday too! Yay! So, we are going to celebrate life. The concept of living powerfully is being combined with the Better Together Empowerment Series. So, the National Black MBA Association Seattle chapter has been leading a series called the Better Together Empowerment Series. It's about true transformation in three key areas that are based on like what we were founded to do in the universe, right? It includes this idea of fostering inclusion. It also includes this idea of supporting Black business and Black wealth. And also, the third pillar of this empowerment series is focused on youth development. And so we're excited to bring that in with this Living Powerfully series, which is really where we've been talking about how do you really scale up your business and scale up your life, right? Do both things and going deeper in the scaling up your life part of this, which is how you scale up your business, whether you're a professional or not, is this concept of wellness, wealth, and the art of transformation. So on June 22nd, we're bringing all that together, three actual different events at 3 o'clock. We're going to be doing some strategic networking and a Black business showcase. So tell me a little bit about why strategic networking is so important. And I'm asking you specifically because you do it so well. Because we've been in
Oh,
so many
thank,
places where we do it together.
thank you, Dr. Tracy. Look, and I learned from the best, right? Because you do it well as well. But no, I feel like strategic networking is definitely something that's important, um, for business development purposes, right? And then also just for partnerships and collaboration. And so let me break that down a little bit more. Definitely, for me, right? I, for example, strategically partnered with King Streams Business Consulting, right, to essentially offer 10 free hours. He got a contract through the OED, right, to essentially be able to offer minority businesses 10 free hours of marketing services, right? And this is something that's important because I know from my standpoint, coming from tech, right, analytics, AI/ML background, but also running a marketing and technology company, right? 26% of the people nationwide have a modern data strategy or understand what they're doing with their data. Less people, right? Less of that percent is on people with websites, right? Especially in our underrepresented population. So, really being able to understand how to build a website, that whole process, but that came from that strategic partnership, right? And so, I definitely feel like that there's power in that, just in the collaboration aspect, but then also in creating more opportunities for those that we want to empower, right?
I love it. Yes, yes, yes. What I think I like most about what you're doing is you do it in such a natural way. Like you whenever we're in, no matter where we are, you always show up and you're like, let's do this together, let's collaborate. So part of this conversation that we're having today is about a series, and I'm gonna pop this flyer back up again here, specifically because you and I are looking at this uh, 3 to 5 p.m. It's about strategic networking, but it's also about Black businesses sharing who they are. So, this Black business showcase, we're inviting businesses to come and really talk about who they are and why they do what they do. So, let's talk about this Black business showcase and why any professional should want to come and hear from these Black businesses. And if you have a Black business, why you should want to show up and be a part of this conversation.
So if you are a Black business, you need to be there, right? Why is that? It's one, for showing up to something that's for us, by us, right? But then also, in addition to that, that strategic networking piece is important. Being able to talk with the other Black businesses, learn about what they're doing, ways to collaborate and create synergies is definitely something that's important. So yeah, if you are a Black business, I would definitely suggest coming to this to not only learn more about what's going on in the community, but how your business can apply in areas that, you know, people are in need of. So. Oh, you're on mute, Dr. Tracy.
Thank you. I'm loving this. So, two other things we're talking about today is, this idea of upcoming events that get to, sorry, there we go. But upcoming events that get us an opportunity to really showcase not only who we are, but who we want to be. So this living powerfully experience is not just saying, here's what we're doing, right, in our current businesses, but when you look ahead to where you want to go, it's this idea of looking at wellness, wealth, and the art of transformation. Why is it so important that we look forward to the future and do that together as well? Like this Better Together Empowerment series says, we do all of these things together. Why is that important?
Oh, that's a good question. I definitely feel like that it's always important to look towards the future. I'm the type of person that I try to see things 5, 10 years down the road, right? Which may stem from my youthfulness, but I just feel like
Mhm.
that's something that's definitely important to look at, right? Because in doing that, definitely being prepared for today and in the moment, right? But looking ahead allows you to, think of the possibilities, right? Plan out what could be, what is possible, right? And so I definitely feel like that having a future looking mentality and being able to live within that is kind of key to that transformative process, right? Because you're kind of going through that learning, developing, and planning all of within that. So yeah, I definitely feel like that the future aspect and looking forward is important.
Yes, 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 yes. I love it. Now, there's a third part to this series. So, we're going to start with strategic networking on June 22nd. Uh, Marlon's birthday. We're going to start at 3 p.m. from 3 to 5 with this strategic networking and Black business showcase. At 5:30 to 7:30, we're going to actually bring in some amazing people to have this conversation. And I'm going to show you a flyer real quick to talk about who they are. But after 5:30 to 7:30, we're even, you know how it is when you're in a waterfront location, right? We're going to hang out and have a little bit of an afterflow, some nice music. And what I'm excited about is some of the partners that we have with us. So we're actually partnering this year with Business Impact Northwest. Super exciting. The Department of Enterprise Services is partnering. Of course, we're partnering with Black-owned Business Excellence, the University of Washington, Foster School of Business, and the Entrepreneurial Center. So super excited about that. And WSMA was actually the first one to sponsor us, the Washington State Micro Enterprise Association. That's Lisa Smith and her team. So we're super excited. And of course, like I said, this is a partnership between the National Black MBA Association and It's All Bigger Than Me Consulting. And this is work that I've been doing in the community for a while. So our president, as I share this next flyer with you, our president, Mr. Dr. James Carter, is actually going to be featured on Thursday at 5:30 as a part of this Wellness, Wealth, and the Art of Transformation. He has a very deep and inspiring story about, you may not know, you've seen him walking around. He's 6 foot tall, strapping health. He's a double amputee. You wouldn't know it by looking at him. Happy, joyful, high energy, all the things. But when you think about actually transforming and being, someone who has a heart to want to serve, who knows that they're divinely put on this earth for a reason, he's one of my favorites individuals that can talk and share amazing lessons in this concept of truly how do we get to, a life of our dreams. When you think about a trauma in your life, have you ever thought about what you might draw upon, Day Marlin, when something happens? If that happened to me, I know I'd be in prayer and worship.
Oh
But
yeah, that's what I was about to say. My faith, definitely. Right. I always say I was raised by my grandmother, so that was definitely something that was rooted in me at a very young age, right? And so anytime I have any problems, I definitely um, go to my Lord in prayer for sure.
I love it. I love it. I'm gonna do this real quick. I wanted to just share that Debrina Jackson Gandy is going to be another one of our guests. Uh, her tagline is $1 million mentor, and she's an executive coach, a business coach, a master life coach. She has all these various skills, and when she talks about wellness, she talks about being in flow and wealth. Right? It's not about effort; it's about doing what comes naturally. Have you ever had an experience when you're at ease? That's when things tend to just click even more easily.
For sure. Oh, was that a question?
Kind of, sort of. A dialogue.
um, um, yeah, I definitely. I'm a water sign, so I always try to get to the water, and so that's where my ease kind of comes from, and my peace is definitely going to the water.
That's so interesting. Did we mention that this event on June 22nd is going to be held at the Hyatt Regency in Renton at the Sip Lounge, this amazing waterfront location? We were there yesterday and it was so peaceful
It was, it was super nice.
and energizing. You
It
could be
was.
like at peace and energized at the same time.
Right. And the way that the room is set up, you're really overlooking the water. So that plus the powerful experience, I definitely feel like it's going to be a day to remember.
I agree. I agree. Let me just tell you about the next person that's on this document here. Dr. Casey Winans. She is actually, again, we're talking about wellness, wealth, and the art of transformation. She is a doctor of chiropractic. She's a wellness coach. She's a Pilates master. She, does reflexology and actually lays hands. So on that particular day, she's going to be talking to each of us about what we can actually do ourselves to live with maximum wellness. And for me, that's something that's probably one of the elements I'm most excited about is really, being even more empowered, no matter what age you are, right? Knowing how to manage stress and how to manage um, all the things that make us thrive in life.
For
I
sure.
see.
I love it.
Yes, yes. And we met a beautiful lady through Edward Newbins and Anna McCoy, and her tag was billionaire brilliance. What did you think about her? What do you think about the concept of, and she's a techie lady too. She's
Yeah.
retired and she does AI. So she's going to really come in and really focus on just really the art of transforming yourself no matter where you are in life, but also how do we transform in the moments as a coach?
Yeah, and then I also feel like that brings back that future, right, mentality that we were talking about, right, and really honing in on because we got the millionaires, right, and then now okay the billionaire mindset, right, and thinking forward even to more possibilities and what does that take, right, and the proper planning. I'm a firm believer in the 5 P's of success. Proper planning prevents poor performance, and so what does that take, right, in that moment to be able to get to that? So I'm looking forward to Anna.
I love it. And then the other face on this flyer, at the very bottom, we have Eddie Rye. And what I love about Eddie is like a Pacific Northwest, what I call him, Jesse Jackson. Like he's an activist, he's a leader, he is vocal. He's had his own live show forever, right, on radio, and he's exceptional. He is going to be joining us and sharing a little bit of his wisdom as well about life, about wellness, wealth, and the art of transformation. We actually go to the same church. So I get to see him more regularly than most. And those people who go to the New Beginnings Christian Fellowship, there's just such a powerful community that show up for each other. And that really excites me as well. So, Mr. Eddie Ray, Jr., I don't think you've met him, have you?
I have not, but if you're comparing his character to that of Jesse Jackson, I look forward to engaging with him.
Yeah, and it's not only his character, he literally is, he activates, like he brings the senators and all the people on his weekly show and is like, let's have this conversation, right? So he's the activator for sure. I'm excited. And the last person on this flyer, the bottom right hand corner in that beautiful golden dress, is Miss Jennifer Ness Tucker. And you and I met Jennifer Ness. I actually met her through an event with Debrina at an Elevate event, but she's one of the co-founders of the Black-owned business Excellence. And that's actually where I met you. We were talking about strategic networking. You came up, I was like, see, I need to get to know you. I need to bond with you.
Yes,
What are your
definitely.
thoughts about as we continue the strategic networking? Like that's what we're going to be doing in the day, throughout the day. But we're also going to be hearing from her. Her business is called Fiscal Finesse, and so part of what she focuses on is how to help not only individuals but also business owners to build their credit, to build their wealth, to focus on all the things that we need to do to really transform our lives if we're not financially where we want to be. Are you excited?
Yeah, which is something that is truly important, right? Because I feel like all too often, even as business owners, small business owners, you leap into something, you have a trade, you have a service, you have a product, whatever that looks like. And, you may not know kind of the different components, and finance is definitely one of those heavy components that you have to know about, right? And credit, right, is another thing that's super important. So looking forward to that. And then Bobby, right? That's where I met you. That's where I met Jenna Finesse. That's where I met an array of other people as well. So looking forward to just rekindling all of these relationships and getting to meet a couple of new people as well.
We're so excited to have you as a part of this community. And we were talking, previously, we talk a lot about the importance of collaboration, not only for, business, but for like life, right? For deepening your community. When you think about and you flash to, the Warren Buffetts and, the people that are like super wealthy, what they would say is the things that have mattered the most to them are those elements where they've been able to contribute to others, right? You don't die, you don't go to your deathbed and say, I wish I had worked more hours for the man, right?
Right.
You typically, you're thinking about those people that you care about and those other, the legacy that you can leave. And so, what Living Powerfully and what this Better Together Empowerment series allows us to do is really contribute to legacy. All these conversations are being documented, those nuggets are being pulled out. We're creating a space for anyone who comes behind us later or who are walking on this journey with us to also thrive.
For sure. And I'm looking forward to it. So June 22nd, come on out. I'm gonna be there. Right. It's gonna be a end of the night celebration with me and my birthday, and then I'm gonna leave there and go somewhere else. Like not wait, cannot wait.
I'm so excited. Are there we were going to talk a little bit today about a business canvas. Can I pull you into that really briefly?
Sure, sure.
So there's a few documents I wanted to share. And first of all, we're going to have you talk a little bit about your business. Tell us who you are again and tell us about your business. And then we're going to pull up, there's different versions of a business canvas. But when you think about this pitch competition that we're talking about, right, that Black MBA we've shared has a $50,000 cash prize. In order to truly thrive in business, you have to be clear on certain things. And so I actually taught this class with SCORE, this planning class, but through a tool called the Business Canvas. It has 9 squares on it, and you can have different titles and different topics. I'll show you 2 today. But first of all, I'm going to have you tell us about who are you and tell us about your business. Then I'm going to pull up the Business Canvas, and we're going to both just really talk about our businesses in relation to this Business Canvas.
Okay. That
So
works.
in general, how would you describe your business if you had to give your quick elevator pitch?
Yeah. So, hello, J. Marlon Sisney. Please feel free to call me D. And my business is HOP Consulting, which stands for Helping the Overlooked Prosper. And it is a technology and marketing automation company that focuses primarily on website development, app development, and all of the tech that goes in behind that, right? And really understanding your data, CRM, right? Implementation, etc.
Yes, I love it. And so this is one of the templates that I've used in the past. My name is Dr. Tracy Harrell, and I have a for-profit business as well as a nonprofit business. My for-profit business is It's All Bigger Than Me Consulting. It's consulting, coaching, training, and transformations. I'm also an officer with the National Black MBA Association Seattle chapter. And, we're actually doing this business campus for the National Black MBA Association as well. That was one of the projects for Dr. Carter when he first came on as our new president. I was like, we're going to have you, we're going to be doing this entrepreneurial training. And part of the work that I've been doing with him is to really talk about what problem are we solving. So when you're coming in and you're leading an organization or you're starting a business, this is really what you want to think about. So I'm going to have you, Dave Marlin, share what problem are you solving for your business, and then what's the solution. So just give us one problem and one solution. I'll do the same thing for the National Black MBA Association. This is just an example. So we're getting people's,
Yeah.
for more.
Yeah, my business focuses on underrepresented businesses, right, and helping them scale within the marketing and technical automation side. And so with that, really focusing on data, that's what I'm about, is everything data. 26% of companies have a modern data strategy, and that's nationwide, meaning that 26% of companies understand what their data is doing, right? Can derive insights from their data, and have enough structure around their data to be able to, build a model behind it, let's just say, right? That's nationwide. So that's all
only 26%. Just to be clear, he's not saying 26% in a good way. He's saying only 26%. So that means the other, right?
Right. And that's all businesses. It's even less for underrepresented businesses, right? It's like 6%. And so with that, it's the same for websites as well, and understanding how to build a website, implement a CRM, which is a customer relationships management tool to be able to, understand your leads and understand and track everything and automate processes and things like that, which sounds like a lot, but can really take a huge load off of yourself, and make the processes behind your business and running it from a automated standpoint way easier, right? And so that's the problem that I solve, is equipping underrepresented businesses with these tools, these vast amounts of tools that are out there, right, within marketing, within tech, right, for automation purposes, and then also helping them understand and train them on these tools as well. So yeah, that's the problem that I solve. And then you said the solution as well.
Yes.
And I would probably say for the solution, it's really about training. And then another feature is strategic partnerships comes into play with myself. I taught a class on cloud computing at the William Gross Center, right? Partnering with King's Dream Business Consulting as well to be able to offer the 10 free hours for marketing services, because it's my ultimate goal to be able to provide my services for free, in a sense, if I can, to the end customers that are coming up and may not be able to afford these opportunities, right? Because all too often, I feel like our businesses lack in funding and opportunities around funding, so they may not have the finances to be able to get this stuff going, but have everything else together, right? So opportunities like that with King's Dreams Business Consulting to be able to offer those 10 free hours, which is enough, right, to get a website going, right? And then the African Chamber of Commerce as well, being able to teach cloud computing courses in Nairobi and in different parts of Africa as well, equipping them with the certifications to be able to apply for jobs here, right? So in one aspect, it's training, it's certifying, it's the implementation for them as well. But then it's also that empowerment aspect, because my end goal is to be able to certify at least 100 Black individuals by the end of 2024, right? And we're halfway there. So we're on a good course.
I love it. I love it. So we're just gonna. I love that. And then the final question would be related to your unique value proposition. Why you? Right. And what's your unfair advantage? So when you think about this, is just we're going to go across the first 4 elements of this business canvas so that people get an idea of like, what does that look like and how important it is for you to know, here's a problem, here's a solution, here's my unique value proposition. Why me? Right? What is my unfair advantage? Why should people choose you over anyone else who does marketing and technology?
Yeah, so my team, right? I have a chief marketing officer and branding team that has experience is another thing, right? So team experience. My team has experience from Disney Plus, Amazon Web Services. My experience as an analytics and AIML specialist from Amazon Web Services, right? Working with clients like Crunchbase, Coinbase, right? In the fintech realm, which are multi-million dollar, about to be billion-dollar companies as well, working in strategic ISVs with customers like DocuSign and Lacework, right? So definitely team experience. And then what you put forward, my services, how I differ, right, is my approach and working backwards from the customer's problem and getting a better understanding of what are your problems, right? And then how can my services come into play from that instead of working from a frontwards approach,
Yes.
working backwards from the customers.
I love it. We're going to hop here. And the last thing, so we're doing this for you as an example, right? So the National Black MBA as an organization, as an entity, if you think about what they're doing, there's a problem that they were solving, right? It started 52 years ago. It's the same problem they were solving then that they're solving now, right? This idea of not having enough of us in the corporate space, not feeling like we are connected in our communities, feeling like an understanding that we're better when we do this work together. So the organization actually creates a community that's focused on both economic and intellectual empowerment. We come together, focus on our youth, right? We focus on empowerment, empowering businesses and individuals in the corporate space, professional development. So the problem was it didn't exist. The solution is we actually do it. We do it in community. Each of us brings skills. And I'm super excited. And the unique value proposition is the fact that we've been doing it for 52 years, right? Why us? What's the unfair advantage? It's kind of unfair, right? That there's 40 chapters around the country and we get to tap into the best of all of those, right? We get to tap into the community that exists. And so if you think about not just the organization, the National Black MBA Association, but the work that I do, the work that we all do individually, we believe we were put on this earth for this work. And so I'm excited. I'm going to go back to this flyer here that we were sharing earlier, because I really want people to understand that this isn't just about, being in a position to, strategically network, although that is very important, but it's also about leaving a legacy, right? This is about you living your best life. So when we look at the things that are happening on June 22nd, the one that I'm going to back into is 5:30 to 7:30. These amazing people are going to be there with a bunch others. Obviously, I could only show these faces, but we're going to be in a space where we can connect and thrive with each other. And then again, it's a day, a half a day, basically from 3 to 5, right? We're going to be doing a lot of strategic networking, a Black business showcase, inviting Black businesses to come talk about who they are, to do a very informal kind of pitch, right, about who they are so that they feel even more comfortable in our upcoming more formal training around pitches. And then again, 5:30 to 7:30, creating a space for us to thrive. And then, any birthday babies in June. That happens to be Dave Marlin's birthday on the 22nd. So we are going to have some yummies, some great food there, a beautiful waterfront location. And all I can say is come out and join us. What would you say, DeMarlin, to invite people to join us?
Yeah, I think that we can definitely look forward to the day, and you all should come join us and learn more about the businesses that are out there and ways that you can potentially collaborate with these businesses. So, looking forward to seeing y'all.
Yay! Thank you so much. There's going to be so much great content. Thank you. Can't wait to see you again. Thank you, guys. Bye.